Hi everyone, we are going to develop one web application in this current internship. Let's say this is one simple login form where the username and password is present and there is a login button. Okay, so you may experience every day various username and password and login form when you are logging in Amazon, when you are logging in Facebook, when you are logging any of your college website. Okay, so that asks for you username and password. Let's say this is my username and password. So I have typed Abhishek is my username and password is 9123. So this username and password already I have created and it is already stored somewhere. That's why I am typing Abhishek and password as 9123. Okay, so when I will click login, then if the username and password both are correct, then it will redirect to a new page. And if the username and password is incorrect, here I have typed Abhishek1234. Instead of Abhishek, I have typed Abhishek1234. That means my username is not correct and password is maybe correct, but the username is incorrect. So what happen when I will click login, then it will not redirect to the new page. The expectation is it should not redirect to the new page and it will throw one error. It will display one error that incorrect username and password. When you enter username and password and click login, then if the login is successful, then it should redirect to a new page. If the login is unsuccessful, then it should prompt one message incorrect username and password. So in this whole internship we will see what happened in the background, why if the login is successful it should enter into the new page, if the login is unsuccessful it should prompt error message in the front end. So what happened behind that, what happening in the background, what is present in the background, what is present in the front end. Front end means this part, whatever you are visualizing, how you are developing the front end, how we are developing the back end. Okay, what happened we are going to see in this internship. So I am just trying to show you the flow of our application, what happened in the background. Okay, so this is my front end. So when you click the login, then it will capture the username and password and it will go to the middleware. Middleware is nothing but some language or some technology we have written the code in the middleware, that we can call this is one server. Okay, it receives the data from the front end. The validation, it will validate, इसको validate करना है. अगर मुझे कुछ डेटा मिला, यूजर नेम एंड पासवर्ड मिला, तो इसको मैंने वैलिडेट करूँगा. वैलिडेट मीन्स उसको मैं चेक करूँगा वेदर ये करेक्ट यूजर नेम एंड इनकरेक्ट यूजर नेम, दैट आई विल वैलिडेट at the middleware. Middleware means at the server side. We can call this is the server side. So where to validate? Because middleware doesn't store any data. So where the data is stored, the data is stored in the database. So the middleware will ask database and check the data is present in the database. What data we are going to check? The username and the password, whatever a user entered at the front end side. Okay. So it will check in the database whether that data is matching or not. Then it fetch the data against that user ID. Now he is searching whether Abhishek username is present or not and password is attached with that username or not. Then database will simply redirect that data to the middleware. Then middleware will validate the data. Then he got what is the data present in the database and what is the data coming from the front end. So he just match each data. I mean the front end data, whatever the user, whatever the person is entered the data, username and password is matching with the database or not. If it is matching, then he should send some message to the front end. Okay, the data is matching in the backend side. So what it will do, he will send some response and front end technology will get that response as success. And front end is getting a response as success, then redirect to a new page. That means login successful. We are we are calling as login is successful. If data is not matched, that means Abhishek instead of Abhishek, if user enter Abhishek 1, 2, 3, 4, then it is not matching with the database data. Then Abhishek 1, 2, 3, 4 will not match with Abhishek, the username present in the database. Then it will send a failed message to the front end. Then front end will display this message in the front page, and user know something is incorrect with my user ID or password. So this is the whole application, whole flow of web application, that is front end, middleware and database. So whatever technology that is present in the middleware, that we can call this is the server side, and whatever present in the front end side or front end technology, that we can call client side. And in this tutorial we are going to develop the client side with Angular and server side with Spring Boot, database with MySQL. So what is the need for developing this application with three technology, that is front end with Angular, middleware side with Spring Boot and database side with MySQL? Because the front end technology is best for data displaying, so it is not best for data processing. Okay, that's why we are developing the front end part with Angular. Angular is best for data displaying. The middleware side, that is the server side, is best for Spring, is best for data processing. Okay, whatever the validation, whatever the processing will happen, so that logic will write in the Spring Boot side. And database is best for data storing, so whatever the data it will use in our whole application, that will store in the database. So we are using three different technology. Front end is Angular, middleware is Spring Boot and database we are using the MySQL. So in the next video we will install Angular in the front end side, how to install Angular, so what are the prerequisites needed for installing Angular, all these things we will see in the next video.